Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Elena Tavlaki. I'm director of Signosis, and on behalf of OPTIMISM Consortium, I welcome you all here today. This event is organized at the end of a 2-year period of the EU-funded project Optimism, and it will present you the research results and the experience of our collaborative work. We hope that this will be an opportunity, firstly, for us to engage with various stakeholders, and secondly, for all participants to discuss the best way of the optimization of the transport system in order to support sustainable mobility. I would like now to pass the floor to the project coordinator, Mr. Sunil Maher from Coventry University, who will introduce us to the results of the Optimism project.
Good morning, everybody. I must apologise for my late arrival today. Unfortunately, I've had personal circumstances which has delayed me this morning. My young son is unfortunately not very well at the moment, and not being in the UK is a little bit difficult. So I must apologise for not being here this morning. So, as you're aware, my name's Sunil Maher. I'm the deputy coordinator for the Optimism project. At the outset, I'd like to thank you all for your attendance today. I hope that it will provide you with an insight into the collaborative activity that we've been undertaking during the project in the last 2 years. Excuse me, a few technical problems. Here's some basic facts about the project. Optimism started in 2011. And will conclude at the end of this calendar month. The project consortium consists of a very well-balanced, focused and committed organisations. This optimal balance has ensured that we have been able to utilise partners' expertise to achieve the project objectives. The consortium itself consists of a range of universities, research centres and SMEs. The main aim of Optimism project is to contribute to a more sustainable transport system in Europe by focusing on passenger transport behaviour. In our mind, sustainable mobility is understood as a long-term vision that needs to be achieved in the context of achieving a more inclusive and competitive society, as well as in the context of a continuous changing economy. So what is the main concept of Optimism? It aims to propose a set of strategies and recommendations and policy measures through the scientific analysis of social behaviour, mobility patterns and business models. The reason being for integrating and optimising transport systems. Excuse me. This is based on the modelling assessment of the impact of co-modality and ICT solutions for transport. There are 3 key activities to achieve this: identifying gaps and harmonisation of data in travel behaviour, defining the demand and supply factors of data that shape the transport system and mobility patterns, and defining potential decarbonisation of the passenger transport system, ensuring the sustainability of the system itself. There are 4 key objectives to the project: to gather and analyse and harmonise the national travel data statistics, which are all based on different methodologies, to identify and classify key factors defining demand for different passenger transport modes and different types of travel also, to assess the impact of co-modality and ICT solutions for passenger transport, especially based on their decarbonisation effect. And lastly, to develop a modelling technique that will result in new and improved service offerings that promote and encourage changes based on best practice. This results in the project achieving 3 key outputs there. A new improved service offering, strategy and policy recommendations, optimisation and integration of passenger transport systems. So the activity within the project was split across 6 work packages. All work packages are of equal importance, but the key project objectives are realised through work packages 2 and 5. I'll speak a little bit more about these particular work packages so we can put into context the actual project and what we're trying to achieve. And of course the key activities. Under work package 2, I've noted 3 key elements for each of the work packages. That's better. Under work package 2, under each of the work packages, I've noted 3 key points which are important elements for each of the work packages to actually put into context. And in your mind for the rest of the day, this will actually allow you to understand how the project has been undertaken, the pragmatic steps that have been implemented, and I'll touch on some of the results later on within the context of the day as well. So the first step under work package 2 was gathering and analysis of NTS data through surveys to relevant authorities and statistical authorities in different countries. Following on from that, a harmonisation methodology was developed involving the analysis gaps in data formats of national travel statistics, the quantity and quality of data, the methodology for minimum data requirements. During this period, there was a very big difference in the type of data that has been obtained, collated as part of that activity. Based on these 2 points, we were then able to analyse and identify what type of data is needed for policymakers to be able to assess the influence of such socio-economic drivers on travel behaviour and its impact. Under work package 3, the demand and supply factors, the first task provides the research framework for work package 3 by analysing the passenger transport system with its demand and supply factors. Based on this framework, the relevant variables and relations within the transport system were determined as inputs for the modelling of future mobility. We undertook a desk study with related projects of FP7 projects. The studies aim to provide an insight into the social behaviour and expected changes which interrelate to transport issues. The impact of the trends on demand and supply and technology, as identified under the first 2 tasks, will be modelled both at macro and micro level. Under work package 4, a broad overview of ways to achieve efficient co-modality will be presented both with respect to urban and rural transport, with specific attention to ICT solutions to increase possibilities of co-modality. A selected number of FP7 projects were assessed, with a specific focus on co-modality and ICT solutions, looking at the effectiveness, the costs in terms of implementation, impact and side effects, and transferability. A number of roadmaps under work package 5 for promising strategies for optimised and integrated transport systems have been created. Excuse me. These roadmaps will have these roadmaps are for a period of up to 2050. The next stage within work package 5 was to assess the impact of selected strategies by determining the decarbonisation effect potential, of these selected strategies, the effectiveness of transferring them into policy, and what instruments could be used. The same will be conducted in terms of effectiveness and from a technical perspective. And lastly, this task was forward-looking market analysis, which includes initial scientific assessment of state-of-the-art transport technologies and their future prospects. The project has yielded some very interesting results, some of which can be seen here. I won't go through all of them, as you can see on the screen. I would suggest that all of our findings are of equal importance here. But from my personal perspective, in terms of being involved within the project, I would suggest that some key points which stand out to me are the analysis of NTS data and the issues that surround collection, the recommendations that have been generated on harmonization of travel data statistics, travel behavior analysis, and some additional ones here that are of equal importance as well. The ones, again, that stand out to myself are the recommendation on sustainable mobility principles and the decarbonisation potential and co-benefits of the best practice and co-modality and ICT options. So our event today. I hope that during the course of today's conference you'll learn more about the topics that we've engaged with during the course of the last 2 years. My colleagues here from the Optimism Project are all available. We have some very interesting presentations here today. We have representatives of academia, industry, as well as policy also. I'm pretty much sure that you'll find it very engaging, and I'd like you to take this opportunity today to engage with the work package leaders who will be available during the open session, where you'll have the opportunity to ask specific and detailed questions to the work package leaders and myself and other project consortium members in regards to the activity and our findings that we've undertaken during the course of the last 2 years. Thank you again for attending, and I hope you have a pleasant day. Thanks very much.